Mike Jones. I am part owner of SLAM Pizza and Cheesesteaks. I wanted to break away from corporate structure and have a little bit more time for the family, and then eventually pass it on to the kids if it became something bigger. I started off my restaurant career as a teenager in food service, and then I stuck with it for a long time, worked my way up to corporate management, and did that for almost about 20 years until I decided to branch off and just do my own thing, and stayed here in Central Florida the whole time. And this was the perfect opportunity to have my own business. SLAM is an actual acronym of our family's first name. So S is Stephanie, L is Logan, my son, A is Aubrey, and I'm the M, Mike. I don't even know if I would have done this if we never had kids, to be honest with you. I'd probably still be doing 70-hour corporate jobs and trying to move up the corporate ladder. Every decision we make on a daily basis revolves around how it affects them, to be honest with you. I needed something that I could have an income on pretty quickly. That way I had at least some background and some knowledge to quickly make an income and a profitable business. I didn't have time to start from scratch. Pizza is something that's pretty, when you think about food service, pizza appeals to a broad spectrum of people. It's not necessarily that I was passionate about pizza, but I knew that it would feed a large audience. When you think of something like poke or something that's only a niche, select few people, yes, you're gonna have an audience, but it won't be as broad. So when you think about pizza, it's something that's been around, number one, for a long time. It's simple. You can overcomplicate it, but it is a simple process. You can feed a lot of people with it. So for me, it made sense to make it something simple that fed a lot of people that I actually enjoyed eating. So the cheesesteaks was just a bonus. I didn't really know too much about it when I first started out, but I think we have something here that's special, according to our guests, that appeals to people who like cheesesteaks. We've been around this area for a long time. I moved to Sanford in 1989. Downtown Sanford specifically has came a very long way in its development. Lots of little local restaurants. It's got like a nice history to it and a great feel. It's busy and it's still up and coming, even though it's an old port town. I feel like it's just a great spot to be, to see everything else grow and be a part of it. Corporate place, it's kind of, I knew in the back of my mind at all times, like, well, if this doesn't work out or if I get tired of it, I'll just go do it somewhere else. I've never had that thought here. It's never been like, well, if this doesn't work out, then I'll just go try opening up a taco stand or something else. Once I put my chips into it, I was all in, and there was no thinking of, all right, what's my next move if this doesn't work out? It's always been, how do I make this work? 100% in, how do we make this better? At what point do we stop? And I don't even know that that's a question I would ever ask. I've always looked at running a restaurant like a puzzle. Here it seems like there's smaller pieces, there's not as many to put together, but it's a little bit harder to see where the pieces fit because it affects us so much on a personal level. I think when you're looking at a menu item or what's gonna appeal to people, quality has to be like one of the first things that you think of. And if it's not, if it's the cost of it, if you put that first, that's what you're gonna focus on the whole time. If you start off with worrying about the quality of a product and how good it's gonna be, you can fix the cost to make sure that it makes financial sense. But you also, the only financial part of it you gotta think about is, can I make this affordable to the people, our audience that comes in? I would say, like, on a percentage scale, it's 80% quality, 20% efficiency, because we also have to be able to get it out quickly. So I'm not gonna add something to the menu that takes 40 minutes to prepare. We don't have the staff to do it, number one, we don't have the time, number two, and that's not our business model. So we definitely revolve most of our menu around the quality first, and then the execution has to be within a certain time frame. I if I could go back, I would still do it, but I think I'm always about having backup plans, like contingency plans. When this doesn't work, then I'm gonna try this. When that doesn't work, I'm gonna have this. I think I was too excited at first, and I found an opportunity when this came for sale, and I had ideas for the menu, and I didn't quite lay out the plans in place. I never thought of a pandemic. I never thought of staff shortages to this level, that kind of thing. So planning, number one, above all, would be my biggest. And save your money and put a big chunk of it to the side, because you're gonna need some working capital no matter what it is that you invest in. So. For me personally, this is it. This is my last restaurant endeavor. It's been over 25 years now, and I'm all in here. My goal for here, since my kids are so young, if we don't stay here, another 12 years or so, or whatever it takes for them to be out into the business world, I'd want to pass it along to somebody who's also passionate about it. I don't think this area is for a big corporate place. I wouldn't sell out to like a corporate chain that's just looking for a location in downtown Sanford. We have this place in a better position than when it was when we bought it, and I feel like as long as it's going to provide an income for us and we are happy doing it, we're going to be here for a while. Outside of that, I don't see myself doing anything else. Plans right now is just keep perfecting this and make it as best as we can, and then hopefully we can do something more later on, or if not, we're pass it along to somebody who can do great things with it. And I don't even know what we would do, but we would move on to something else.